Hello and welcome to Cello Vlog number 5. The biggest news of this vlog is that I got a new job and I'm moving. So if you've been following along with my music adventures, you know that I've been living in California. I've shared some of the things that I've done with music in California, also during the pandemic. But this summer, I won principal cello with the Greenville Symphony in South Carolina. So, my wife and I have moved to South Carolina to start work here. Now, Greenville, South Carolina is actually hometown for me and my wife, so that was a big incentive for us moving back when I found out I had won this job. And she's starting new work here as well. I'm excited to be back in Greenville and playing with Greenville Symphony again. Greenville Symphony, as some of you may know, is actually where Chelsea and I met. We were both playing in the section several years ago, before we were both in California. So I'm excited to now come back as the principal in section. We haven't been back in Greenville very long, and I've actually been making trips back and forth between California and South Carolina until we could both move permanently here. But already there's been a lot of great opportunities here in Greenville in music, which is awesome. The past year and a half or more in music has kind of felt isolating.
So alone. You're not alone.
So to all of a sudden have an orchestra to play with, colleagues to be rehearsing with, new students to be teaching, and all kinds of new performance projects popping up feels really great. With the first couple of trips I've made to Greenville, I've been able to revisit some of the parts of my musical past. So I was invited to come help coach some students at the Fine Arts Center here in town, which is where I went to high school. That was a big part of my musical journey. It's where I got serious about music. Started taking classes in theory and music history, started playing in a youth orchestra, and started playing chamber music. And during my time there in high school, decided that I wanted to pursue music as a career. So it was really special to be back working with those students. And the Fine Arts Center is just a special place. It's this community of students working in all different art areas. So photography, ceramics, creative writing, jazz, classical music, dance. I also got invited to be the coach for the cellists of the youth orchestra that I used to play in Greenville County Youth Orchestra. So that's really special as well. An event that I remember going to as a student here in Greenville was the South Carolina Cello Choir. And I was invited to come be a guest at this year's cello choir event. It's basically this concentrated weekend of a whole bunch of different cello events, mostly rehearsals of a cello choir, hundreds of cellists playing together, and then putting on a concert at the end of the weekend. Instrument makers and vendors also show up at the event, and you can go and try out different cellos. They were super nice and let me borrow this old French cello and a really nice bow to play on. I got to play some solo music, and I also got to play some cello quartet music. Played in the advanced cello choir, which was a pretty big ensemble, and then also played in the full cello choir, which was hundreds of cellists on stage at the same time. Which is a pretty nice return to making music with other people. The symphony concerts have already started. Our first concert was with the Greenville Chorale. We did Brahms' Requiem. So that was really inspiring to not only be back playing with orchestra for the first time in a long time, but orchestra and full choir. Really, really rich sound and a beautiful piece to play. Our next concert is this coming weekend. We've got Mozart and Dvorak Cello Concerto coming up, so I'm really excited about that. I'm teaching lots of new students here in Greenville, so that's been inspiring as well. And there's lots more projects coming up down the road, which is awesome. Chelsea and I are excited to be back in Greenville, starting new jobs, and also living near family again, which is something we've really missed. But we had a great time in California. We have so many good memories playing music, hanging out with friends, exploring the amazing landscape that is California. So Greenville, we're excited to be back, and we're really thankful for these new opportunities. California, we're gonna miss you guys. I'll leave you with a little California montage. See you next time.
As we wait for the age to come, as we look for the rising sun, we will sing, we will sing. Every nation, tribe, and tongue, singing praise to the risen one, to our King, to our King. We cry glory to to the Lord, glory to the Lord, Almighty reign. Let the heart